Dexter David of Wheeler Woodlief in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and then soon to be Blue Star Cremation, which is coming out. So tell me what it's like working in your family business. You have your mom, your dad, your brother, sisters.
Well, the illustration I will give is the same one I give at the house, and that's there's never a dull moment. But it is a true, I guess honor would be a word to use, because when you are surrounded by a grieving family, and you and your family is basically doing everything you can to wrap your arms around them, it's special. It's special.
And what brought you into the family business? Did you think you'd always do that, or?
So my grandfather started back in 1937. From then, my dad is a second-generation funeral director. My older brother, third-generation funeral director. My cousin, third-generation funeral director. And I'm next in line, and I always said that I'm going to do my own thing. And I did for a while, but I always, in the background, so to speak, worked part-time. Started on the outside before I, so to speak, put the tie on. And I had a fraternity brother, college teammate of mine. His family was basically part of mine. And his aunt was sick, and she passed. And my dad was the funeral director that day. And so I ended up putting a suit on and helping him on the residence call. And it was actually that night I said, you know what, this is what I'm meant to do. And so that's all from there.
Wow. So what did you do before funeral service? Or at the
I
same time?
I always did it. I started working with my dad when I was 13 years old, cutting grass, moved into monuments. But I had a football career. And we were currently in the greater New Orleans area, Covington, Mandeville, Louisiana at the time. And I had a sports performance company that me and 4 other Division I football players had ran, and just simply training kids and preparing them for their endeavors and goals. It's things are meant to be, so to speak, just like a pastor in a church.
Right.
It's just meant to be, and it needs to be right. It needs to be perfect. And so, been blessed.
What would you say to the next generation, young adults, even kids who are looking at generations of a family business like you and saying, should I do this? How do I prepare? What would you say?
It's definitely not a job where I collect a check and go home. It's a ministry. But more so, especially in a family business, when there's nobody else that you can count on, you're it. And I guess you can say, thing to the younger generation is always keep your head up and always learn. It's one thing my dad has taught us all is, in his 30 plus years of service, he's never stopped learning, never stopped being, I guess, I don't know the word, adventurous in what's out there.
Right.
Because if you stop, the world's not going to stop. So the world's going to keep going, and you'll get left behind. And so he's always taught us to educate ourselves, so that way we can educate others.
Yeah. You sound like your dad, Royal, to me. With that, you're so right. Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
This was great.
You're very welcome.